Oh, can you see me? Can you? I don't know. Can you see me? Maybe. But I just came back from the 3DS event in Edinburgh Place, which was basically not as big as I thought it would be. I thought it would be maybe a bit bigger. But it was, you know, just a hut thing with 3DSs inside and stuff. So yeah, Steve and I went to that today. As you've already seen, if you've seen the video that was posted before this is like my after impressions, like first impression of 3DS and stuff I'm gonna talk about. So let's hop right into it. First of all, what did I play first? I think first of all I jumped into Nintendogs first of all, and you know, sort of getting used to 3D and what it was all about. And I was kind of surprised that it wasn't like sort of jump out in your face stuff. It was more sort of, you know, depth of perception of, like, it was quite like judging depth was more the thing there rather than the in your face. Of course there is sort of in your face stuff, but it isn't as, you know, blur like you would think, but it's really impressive and it just adds that aspect to it which you, like, I switched to 3D off. I thought I didn't really realise how much of an impact it actually has, because once you turn it off it's like, oh, well, now I can't really judge distance anymore, and you put it back on, it's like, okay, so I know this is here, that's there and stuff. Nintendogs wasn't that impressive overall. It was okay. I mean, it was pretty, it's not a great game as a demo, because you can't really have a level or anything, you're just sitting in a room with dogs and throwing crap, so I kind of got the boomerang, and not the boomerang, yes, the boomerang, it was a boomerang, and you throw the boomerang around and it spins around. My computer's processing crap at the moment, stop it. So that was cool, but I kind of really understood where the 3D came into when I started playing Monkey Ball. The first couple of levels of just doing rolling around in Monkey Ball was just like, oh wow, this is impressive now. Definitely, that was sort of, when you're collecting the bananas, they sort of shoot up and sort of shoot out, and it's really, I think Monkey Ball could have been done better if it was, you know, put back to that GameCube style of graphics rather than the Wii style of graphics. I don't really like that sort of cel-shaded Monkey Ball stuff, but it's still good. I'm not going to pick it up on launch day or anything, but I might pick it up later, you never know. Then I believe we tried Pilot Wings? No, Pilot Wings was later. I think Steel Diver was next, and I was really interested in this because I didn't really know what it was about, and it was actually really good. You basically control sort of a diving thing, bomber thing, and it you use the gyroscope to move yourself around, and there's like ships on the surface. You can use the touchscreen to dive under the water, and then you press A to shoot up torpedoes, and you can sort of, you know, turn around, and I was sort of turning around everywhere and trying to shoot stuff and all that good stuff, which is really interesting, and you can like zoom in and everything, and the 3D on that isn't that great, but I think the game overall is quite impressive. It's better than what I thought it was, which I didn't really understand what it was. But as a demo, it was a pretty solid demo, so I enjoyed that. Then talking about the Mii stuff, like the Mii taking cameras, pictures, probably saw Steve and I both took ourselves pictures as Mii's, which is kind of cool, you know. It's not that, you know, accurate with the camera and everything, but you can adjust it and stuff, and it's just Mii's, you know, everyone's grown out the Mii fad anyway, so it's not really a major deal, to be honest. Then we went on to the AR games. I think that was next. I got some good footage of that before the woman was like, no, you're not allowed to take pictures of it with the camera, but we still took pictures later on. I got some good footage of Steve doing Kid Icarus, which, by the way, I'll talk about in a sec, which is awesome. I freaking loved Kid Icarus. AR games are awesome, definitely what I expected from it, and the way it sort of morphs the table and the bulging and stuff is like, wow, this is really impressive. Like, I don't know how the hell they did this, but it looks damn good, and that was really good. I really enjoyed the AR stuff. Then Kid Icarus was huge. That was, I think the control method can be improved upon, because as people have been saying, you do get quite a lot of cramp because you have to sort of hold it with one hand. You're controlling where you're shooting with the touchscreen and you're shooting with the R button, and then you're using the circle pad to move pit. So it's kind of sort of cerebral activity going on and doing too many things at once. But I played through that on normal, Steve-O played through it on hard, and then later on I went back and played it on hard as well, just to, you know, go through the entire demo and see what it was like. And graphically, it's one of the most impressive things on the 3DS. I think that it is probably only surpassed by like Resident Evil and Pilot Wings and Street Fighter. Well, that's quite a lot, but I think in terms of that sort of graphical power, that's definitely up there, that's pretty high. Next game was Pilot Wings, which I've already ordered. I was excited to try this out. It's coming on launch day for me to my house, so I'm going to play Pilot Wings, and I got to try out all the different vehicles. I kind of didn't want to go through the rings and stuff. I just started exploring Woohoo Island because I wanted to see how much they put into it. I ended up crashing in a house, and then parachute came up and I died and stuff, but then I started again, so it didn't really matter. But it's really impressive, definitely one of the best games to make use of the 3D features, and graphically it's just stunning, just like the Wii. It's really good. Definitely one that you should look out for on launch day if you're going to buy a 3DS. So definitely that is a top pick for Pilot Wings. Then we went on to, I believe it was some Rabbids game, which is just a pile of shit. Basically, we were at the Rabbids thing, and right next to Rabbids is Ocarina of Time. So like, I get on the Rabbids. There are two girls playing Ocarina of Time. I was like, I'll just sit here. And I play Rabbids for like literally about 30 seconds, and when the girl moves away, I'm like, right, fuck this, I'm putting Rabbids down, Ocarina of Time, going to that. And so I went to Ocarina of Time, and it was awesome. It was probably my favourite demo of the entire thing. Just the 3D effect that they have on that, and the polished graphics, and how smooth and easy it is to control. Like, I am terrible at Ocarina on the Virtual Console with the GameCube pad. I am terrible. Really just not good at all and die a lot. But this is so much smoother, and it works so seamlessly. Like, the fight with Goma, like, I sucked balls at that when I first played that, but on 3DS, I destroyed Goma. It was simple. And the Deku Tree was awesome. It's all exactly the same. I had to try to get a gold Skulltula, the one on the wall on the fence thing where you roll jump off to get it, and I couldn't get it for some reason, so I'm thinking maybe they fixed that so you have to come back later and get the hook shot to get it. But I guess that's, you know, that's pretty cool. That was definitely probably my top game of the entire thing, which was awesome. Then we played Asphalt, which was a pretty shitty racing game. It's not that good graphically. Later we went on to play Ridge Racer, which was a lot better. The controls were much more seamless, and the analog stick really helped, you know, when you're playing a racing game. I know the analog stick's going to help with DS games, because DS games will use the analog pad as well, the circle pad, which I love the circle pad, by the way. It feels so good. It's like an analog stick, but just so much smoother, as it were. It has that sort of elastic quality about it, which is, I don't know, it felt exactly as I thought it would, and it's really, really, really impressive. Definitely one of the highlights of 3DS, in my opinion. Then we went on to, I believe it was Resident Evil, though I can't remember. It might have been, yeah, it was Resident Evil. So we went to Resi, and we both, it doesn't really help that Steve and I both don't really like Resi and are both pretty shit at it, so we were playing that, and I kind of died pretty early on, but I had the 3D effects on first of all, and it does work very well with the 3D, but when you turn the 3D off with all these games, the graphics do look slightly crisper, and I turned the 3D off, and it looked better than a Wii game. Without the 3D on, it looked better than a Wii game, which was, you know, that's impressive, and I'm really excited for what people can do. If this is what the launch games look like, then how they're going to push the technology in the few years down the line, it's going to be awesome. So that was definitely, the visuals on Resi were pretty damn good. That was pretty good, but the 3D effect in it works really well, because with your gun you have a sort of a laser sight, so you've got the depth of that laser and you can see where it's going, and you can headshot guys and stuff. And it was kind of just like a zombie apocalypse thing where you ran around and there was like 17,000 million guys trying to defeat you, and you just had to spin around and shoot them all. It was quite cool. But you know, I died quite quickly and then started again. And actually what happened with Resi was I was sort of messing around, and because the power button on the 3DS is where the start and select button are on the DS Lite, I pressed that to press start select, and it took me to power, and I said, do you want to go to the menu? So I somehow managed to get to the 3DS menu without anyone being able to do that. So I kind of actually, you know, got sort of secret thing there, secret passage, and managed to find out some cool stuff about the 3DS menu and sort of flick through it and had a look, which was, it all looks in order, looks pretty much how I expected it and stuff. So that was really good. Then moved on to Dead or Alive, Dead and Alive, that game with you punching people, yeah, moved on to that. Was pretty good. I don't think that it's going to stand up to Street Fighter, because Street Fighter graphically and in terms of 3D effects was probably one of the most impressive 3D games. I think it was the most impressive game in terms of the 3D effect. It was, I turned it right up to full. Steve recommended I did, and after that I was just like, wow, this looks good. Wow, that was a weird voice change there. Yeah, that was really good. Street Fighter, enjoyed it a lot. Not great at beat 'em ups, but I do enjoy them, and that was definitely one that you should look out for on launch day if you're going to get 3DS. So look for that. And then I think finally we finished off with... No, that was it, I think. I think that was everything. I can't quite remember. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we... Oh yeah, there was PES Soccer, which was really interesting. I think the way they've done the camera in that game is so impressive, how it sort of pans round, and the 3D effect with the camera is extremely effective in that game. The controls were terrible, and I didn't have a clue what I was doing, so that kind of means I'm not really going to be interested in it anyway. But the camera was impressive, very impressive, and that was probably the best camera use of the 3DS camera. We also got to take 3D pictures. Now 3D pictures I wasn't really impressed by at all. It's mainly due to the low resolution of the camera, so you can't really get that great a 3D picture. I mean, it does look quite cool, but it's not nearly as good as it could have been implemented. I understand that there's pricing issues with the cameras and stuff, but it was still a nice addition, and you know, maybe, I don't know, it'll look better. Maybe I was just in a badly lit area or something. The 3D camera wasn't that impressive, to be honest. But I think that was overall what happened. It was a good day, enjoyed it. Definitely, if you live near somewhere they're doing the 3DS tour, go check it out, because there were hardly any people there, surprisingly, and there's like 20-30 DS stations, all the demos for launch day, apart from Ocarina, which is obviously not launch day and stuff. But all the major demos are there, and it's all really good. I also did an interview, which is kind of cool. So did Steve-O. But you know, I don't know where they'll put that up, if they put that up anywhere, I don't know. But you know, it was good stuff, and I enjoyed it. So thank you for listening to me ramble about the 3DS. Let me know, guys, what you think about it. Are you gonna get one? Are you not? I don't know. I pre-ordered mine. Pre-ordered it with Pilotwings for launch day. So. I'm not sure if Steve-O's going to get one or not. Hopefully it's convinced him enough. I think he really liked Street Fighter and stuff, and Kid Icarus, and the AR games. Those are all pretty major. But in general, excellent first look, and I am psyched to get one of these babies. So I will see all you guys in the next battle video. It should be soon. And until then, sayonara.